Because not so much that I've had bad relationships, but I'm afraid of losing the fucking time, man. Like, it's Saturday night right now. We're recording this podcast. If I was in a relationship and let's say I just hang out and laid low versus maybe we go out and we have the craziest night of our lives.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to miss something if I get in a relationship.
No, I know.
I'm afraid I'm going to miss something. And I'm also at a point where it's like, I've learned to create my own happiness. And I'm very fortunate that I feel like I don't have to depend on, I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't have to depend on somebody else to put a smile on my face.
Well, yeah. And we've talked about this, so I don't want to stay on it too long.
No.
I'm going to say one more. I want to say
say
one more thing on it too. Is that, and I've said this before, but in case someone has missed it.
It's the rephrased version.
When you get into a relationship, you are, this doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, but you do sacrifice a piece of yourself for that person, and they sacrifice a piece of themselves for you. You know, you're giving up all the things of being single, all the freedoms of being single, and then you're acquiring all the responsibilities of a relationship. And I firmly believe that a lot of relationships fail is because people go into a relationship not realizing or fully committing to the responsibilities that it takes to be a faithful boyfriend or husband or whatever you want to fucking call it. And they jump into something and they're like, wow, I got to be here for this person. I need to help them. I need to nurture them. And they should do the same thing for you. Because if you really do like each other, you're fully committed to them, you know, like you say you're in love, then you're committed to their spiritual, mental, intellectual, physical growth, and they are for you. And that is a big commitment. So, which is going to take a lot of time. So when I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm still developing myself. And am I ready to fully commit into someone else right now? And you know, be that rock for them and them for me too. So this doesn't sound bad, but I don't think I found that person that's worth my sacrifice.
Listen, I'm going to go to an example from the other day.
Okay.
And
almost spilled my drink.
You know, and it's something I've been thinking about. You may not even remember it. You were there.
Is it with me?
Yeah, you'll remember it once I say it.
Okay.
So, little backstory. I've been hanging out with this girl, and she had came over the other day. That's fine. And no, this is gonna be good.
Okay.
I don't care if she hears it or if you hear it, whatever.
All right, well.
So we're going ahead and we're looking on our Fire Stick to see what movie we're gonna watch.
Okay.
And I like to think of myself not as a pushover. And we were looking through the movies, and
I know exactly.
And you're shouting out like, "Oh, we should watch this or we should watch that."
Yeah.
And you asked, you said, we should watch Blair Witch Project, and like my first instinct was like, "Nah, fuck that. Like, I don't want to watch that shit."
Yeah.
And then the girl was like, "No, I would watch that," and I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck happened. But literally in that half a second, I turned around and I went back. I was like, yeah, we can watch that.
I was like, you motherfucker, dude.
No, but dude, it's crazy.
I called your ass out.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. Because that's crazy to me that one person can change the effect on your thought process that quickly against somebody that you've built a relationship over years with.
You know what's cool about that whole situation, though? Really? And I'm going to compliment you right now, is that not everybody would have this reaction that you're having. And it proves that you have an open mind and self-awareness of your own thoughts. Mm-hmm. So me calling you out, you could have been like, oh, no, actually, well, she had a good point. Or you could have made up some bullshit excuse being like why you changed your mind. But you actually thought about it and were like, did I really just? You reevaluated your own thought process, which is a really good thing. And I think a lot of people need to be doing that, which myself included.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I did that for everything.
Yeah.
But it stood out to me because I feel like maybe when we have altercations or we're going over something, there's not a third party there. But where'd the influence come from? What do you think?
Yeah, you like her?
You're gonna make me cry.
Well, like obviously there's like some caring and you want her to be happy,
right?
So it's like, oh, if she wants to watch it, I'll do it. But if Jacob wants it, I don't give a fuck.
But does that make me a pushover though?
No. I think a consistent. If it was always like that, then I'd be like, dude, you're fucking whipped. You know?
Right.
But here and there, it's just like maybe we're just, we're just.
Here's another one for you.
Wait. I have a question.
Okay.
How come when it's me and you, like, all right, for those who don't know, if you've ever hung out with Patrick and I would like to say that we're pretty funny. We're clowns, and we like to make fucking jokes all the time. But when me and you are on the podcast, our humor, it's not there as much.
I think because...
Why are we making jokes, man?
We don't want to offend Matt.
Fuck you, Matt. No, well, maybe. Yeah.
That could be it.
We do make offensive jokes.
We do make offensive jokes, but I want to keep it kind of professional because I feel like when the jokes are good and the humor is good, but when we get down to the grit, and this is why I wanted to do the podcast with just me and you, I feel like we have a lot of knowledge that we can bring to the world. Yeah. So I'm starting to realize that I get messages here and there, so do you, on our individual pages on Instagram and Facebook, and same thing with the podcast page, that the people are reaching out like out randomly. It may not be a ton of people, but even if it's one person a week, like, hey man, I've been listening to your podcast, this and that and the other thing.
Yeah.
It's like reiteration, like somebody's taking something from it.
Dude, we're only in episode 14, man.
Somebody's taking something from it.
Hopefully.
The last time I invested 14 weeks into something,
that's
fucking
crazy.
Boot camp.
It's like 14 weeks long, dude. It's fucking.
It's boot camp.
I could have became a Marine again in this time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You might have.
That's true.
You might have.
I just wish we had more time. If I didn't.
I think we have a lot more time than we make it out to be.
Well, you're right.
I think I like to reiterate that to you, because sometimes I feel like with your job, how much you travel, and the lack of being around, you lose sight of time.
Well, there's time, and then there's fucks. And if you got all these everything that's not the podcast takes, willpower. So it's like if you were working on something, like this week, I was in my mid-year corporate meeting, and that took a lot of energy out of me. So at the end of the day, I was like, fuck, I just don't want to work on the podcast right now. But, that's where I need to... That's where winners are made, though. That's where champions are made. So
it's
in those times when you're willing to do things that others are not, that's when you're going to really make the difference, which is a pain because I know that. And then still I fucking slack off. Fuck.
Do you though? What's funny is that
you can always do more, right?
You are the only, of course somebody could tell you that you're slacking off.
Yeah.
But if nobody's ever telling you you're slacking off, you're the only person that could tell you you're slacking off. And nobody ever tells you you're slacking off, you're probably really not slacking off. It's just a certain standard that you've set for yourself.
That's one thing that's always been really weird with my job, is that a lot of my mentors and my bosses has said, they're like, I see great potential in you. You're going to do great things in the industry. You're going places. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're hard work. And I get a lot of compliments, and it's extremely flattering. But then at the same time, I look at myself. I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm not doing enough.
How do you handle compliments?
Dude, I'm the worst.
What do you say when someone says thank you for your service?
No, that one's easy. I just say thanks. But
right. But when somebody says that you have nice hair, you're doing a good job.
Oh, dude, you know what happened the other day?
Oh, you're gonna tell me.
I will.
All right.
I was at the gas station the other day. I was dressed up for work, and I walked in there, and the gas lady, or whatever you want to call her, she was like, "Hey, you look nice today." And I was like, it was a long day. I was like, wow, thank you.
Dude, little things make a difference.
Yeah, and I didn't forget.
My buddy, one of the guys I work with, he started running this week. He was telling me, and he's not huge overweight or anything like that. He's just got a little bit of gut and he wants to lose it. Okay. And he's been running. He's been running. He's been running all week. And he said it 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. And then the past 2 days he wore dry fits, and today he wore another dry fit when I was at work. And I saw him this morning. I was like, dude, that dry fit's fitting you a lot better than it usually does. And yo, I guarantee you that fucking pushed that motherfucker to, he's gonna be thinking about that. It's beautiful. Dude. It's beautiful that we can do that, people. We can do that for other people.
Don't do it enough.
We can do it. We can do it. I want to do it. I'm starting to realize, man, fucking.
That's what the whole investment.
Making people fucking happy. My mom's never been addicted to anything in her life. Besides drugs.
Besides loving you, baby.
Besides making other people happy. That's her addiction. Mm-hmm. Wears on me to a certain degree, but her making somebody happy, I never understood. Like, she hadn't remarried. She doesn't make tons of money. What pushes her to do all these crazy things is solely because she knows that other people can appreciate what she's doing.
Uh-huh.
You know, that being able to show love and build relationships with people, I think are the two most important and fulfilling things that you could do in your life. All the money in the world can't buy those two things.
Makes you evaluate yourself. You sit there and you reflect and like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah.
You know, I think,
but there's nothing wrong with money,
No. I'm not saying that, because everybody's motivations are different.
Well, what I don't like, this is the only thing, I'm going to go real quick on this, but the only thing I don't like is, so I would say with work, I'm in sales, just straight sales, right? So my passion within my job is money. And I like, people would say like,
oh, same way about
that's shallow, you know, that's,
it's not though.
It's not shallow. If you're
gonna put fucking time into something,
yeah,
you're gonna get to what you can get out of it. Like I know that I got all soft there for a second, but at the same time, work hard, play hard.
Yeah,
I'm not saying if you're gonna fucking work hard, if you're gonna spend your time, if you're gonna spend 40 or 50 hours a week at a fucking place, you better get what you fucking deserve.
And
out
enjoy
of
it. Like, and I do enjoy it. Like when I know like I'm getting a good sell and things are moving forward, it's fucking exhilarating. You know, and some people might say that haven't been in that position will be like, oh, it's just shallow though. You need like, someone could use the comparison like, when you paint a picture, you know, you get your fulfillment, you're going art. But it's like you can get there's an art in everything. If you're gonna fucking kill someone, you can make that bitch artistic. You know how Hitler did his shit. It was an art.
No, it really was.
All right. So like how someone does their business can be an art. So at the same time, like, if I have a passion for business, which I think I do, it's expanded now to doing other things and more fulfilling kinds of business. But where am I going with this? Holy shit.
Business.
Shit, dude, just fucking brain fart, hard as fuck.
No, you're good.
Thanks for letting me know I'm good. But I had a brain fart.
No, you had a brain fart.
Does it stink?
It smells a little bit.
What's it smell like?
Green. It smells green.
Green Day.
No, but Green Day. We've been rocking out the past 2 days in 90s, 2000s
the early
music.
2K music, man. Some
fucking
good shit.
Awesome. What does it remind you of? I know we're gonna take a little right here. Let's take a little right turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. What's it remind me of? It brings me back a little bit. Right, a little bit of nostalgia, and it gives me a break really from the music that's coming out today, which I like. But I can only take so much.
I like taking a step back.
But it doesn't have the feeling that I get from early 2K music, like that punk, you know, all, like Green Day, Blink-182, all those guys. It's a certain feeling. And just like how there's a certain feeling when I listen to like Led Zeppelin or Van Halen or any of those guys, or like the blues I put on like Clapton. I get certain feelings from that, and I don't get those feelings from today's music. So I like getting diverse. You know what? I hate motherfuckers.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
How music makes you feel different as the generations change.
But you know how do some people, they're only like, oh, I only listen to country, or I only listen to rap. It's like I listen to any music that has talent.
The same way that there's only people that will sleep with white people and no other gender. I meant race.
What? What the fuck?
I had to throw a race joke in there.
Can you restart that? Wait, was that a mistake or was that a joke?
No, it was what I'm trying to. It was kind of a joke, but it's kind of the truth. You're saying that people only listen to one specific type of thing, just like there's fucking only people that are vegetarians, and there's people that will.
Well, vegetarians I can at least understand because they might be like, I just don't like
or listen to type of music where this is it. That's instilled in them.
Yeah, which is
rock is bad, rap is definitely fucking bad.
Yeah, but some guys only listen. Like I like rap, I like rock.
Yeah, but you're
country,
not everybody else. You know what I dealt with. I don't know about you, but I grew up in a phase when I was going through middle school, especially. I remember there was two types of people. You were either ghetto or you were a surfer or a skater, whatever the fuck you wanted to call it. Yeah. And if you were ghetto, you could only listen to rap music, this and that. And if you're a skater, you can listen to punk and rock. But if you stepped over those boundaries, then you were considered a poser. And I feel like a lot of people,
dude, poser, man.
I feel like a lot of people, you know, to bring it back to speed to where we're at now, I feel like a lot of people, and you see it with country people more than anything else, are so strong in their belief that this is what I am and I am nothing else, and I'm not going to let anybody see that I'm anything else.
Yeah, dude, I hate that shit. It's the whole thing with like, oh, you drive a Dodge truck? Oh, fuck you. I only drive a Chevy, bitch. Like, fuck those guys. If you want to drive a Chevy, if you want to drive a Dodge, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
But you know what? At the end of the day, If that's important to somebody, then fucking so be it.
Yeah, I guess.
Because
But still,
that's
I still think
that's what's important is having things that are important to you. If you
Yeah.
have nothing that's important to you,
But
if you have nothing that's important to you, then you know things aren't going to go too well.
yeah, but like some things, I guess who am I to say what's not important, what is important? But some things are fucking stupid. It's like
No, some things are stupid.
some things are fucking stupid. If you think like
It's, I mean,
it can always go back to like do what makes you happy, which obviously we've talked about that, and I don't believe in that shit because sometimes what makes you happy isn't the right thing to do.
well,
Also, I wanted to talk about one other thing. I'm changing the subject one more time.
Good. We got time for one more.
I got time for what the fuck we want to do.
You're right. We do.
So new hobby we've been doing, painting.
Singing.
We've been painting. And
We painted one time.
No, I painted twice.
You painted it twice. I painted once. We were gonna have a paint party tonight, but that looks like that's not.
It could happen tomorrow, dude.
It can't happen tomorrow.
It can happen tomorrow, man. Yo, they're for sale. $1,000 a pop.
The green one's 5,000.
Yeah, if you've been following us on Instagram, you've seen that shit. But no, for real, I like painting.
I like writing.
I like painting. I'm gonna finish
I
my
like
thought.
writing.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my thought first. Fuck you. Anyways, I like painting.
I like
Don't
writing.
say you, bitch. The reason being is because it's like, okay, what's really cool about it. I'm just gonna go over this. Maybe I can get someone else to paint a picture. I'm gonna explain my thought process when we paint, which has only been 2 times ever. Is that you get this
One time for me.
one time for you, but for me 2 times. You get this white canvas in front of you, and you open it up, and it's crisp, and you're looking at it, and you're like, okay, what am I gonna put on here? And now at least for me, I'm going through images like one of those fucking those things.
The clicky.
You put it on around your eyes, and you put the
binocular sort of thing. You just click,
and it cycles through photos,
Uh-huh.
and that's how it is. I'm like, okay, canvas. All right, what image I want to put? And I'm not like all my thoughts together are making this fucking crazy image, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. And then you grab your brush and you make your paint on your whatever we used a Frisbee last time, I think, and you start mixing colors together, and you're like, and you just puke your thought onto this fucking canvas, and it's yours, it's your creation, and it's like, what the fuck? Which is cool, which is why at first I made fun of you for your painting, but at the same time, it's like, that's what your mind threw out on that. That's what your thought process was. You threw that out on there.
Right. It's almost like painting is one of those unopinionated sort of things. Like of course you can judge somebody for what they painted.
Yeah.
But you can't fake a painting.
No.
Whatever somebody put down there, that shit came from somewhere.
It came from their mind.
Just same thing when somebody used certain words.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I like journaling too, because
you say like you say something, even if I noticed like a big thing with jokes. Like we joke, we say this, and some things may be offensive, but there's some truth. But honestly, there's some truth behind every joke. Like that shit came somewhere. I mean, not every joke, because some jokes are strict jokes, but
yeah, I'm familiar.
Something I catch is when people make the same joke over and over again. Mm-hmm. Especially if I hear it 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I'm like, there's something behind that. I start investigating.
Comedians are really good at that. You know, they're like the actual truth tellers. They take what everybody doesn't want to say and they'll say it, but they make it funny. And you're like, yeah, he's so true. He's so right.
It's funny. It's so true that it's funny.
That guy's talking about it. I know exactly what he's saying.
Right. And if they do it on a wide scale where they're not isolating you. Nobody likes to be isolated, but comedians are really good at talking to a group of people, and they may isolate a group of people, but they're not isolating a person. Yeah. Most of the time. Well, yeah, unless they're roasting somebody, that's a different story. But by doing that, it's like it kind of really gets a truth. It's storytelling at its finest.
Like said. And that is, I think, an art that is not.
It's overlooked.
It's
overlooked and underrated.
I'd say it's slowly being lost. You know, with us podcasting, I think it's helped develop our how we talk and how we explain things and how we go throughout things. But comedians and stand-up comedians, like they have to speak and explain something and make sure everybody that's listening can get that picture. And, you know, now I hate saying this, but in today's society, as humans, in today's society, we have,
as humans,
you know, the communication is so much different than 50 years ago. Communication is different. And I wasn't there, but I can imagine that it was a lot different because the technology is so inbred in us, and I love it. I love technology. I'm not down in it, but this is exactly why I like doing the podcast, because we sit here and we talk, me, you, and our minds, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, man.
And I feel relieved after every single podcast we've done. When I take off these fucking headphones, I'm like, wow, that was nice.
I can agree 100%. Listen, I want to get real with you.
Get real with me. Get fucking real.
I'll get real with you.
Unless it's stupid.
Look, no.
Start talking about some alpha.
No. Look, it's about the podcast in general. You know, we've been doing this for a little bit. It was your idea before I came out here to do this. You know, I was like, yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? And there's definitely been times over the past 14 weeks that I didn't want anything to do with the podcast.
Yeah.
Just because it's just another, you know, at times it becomes another burden, I feel like. Mm-hmm. That maybe, hey, it's not necessary. But every week we get on here, I don't give a fuck if one person listens or if a million people listen. But it gives us a chance to say what's on our mind.
Yeah.
We get a beautiful opportunity that I want to take the time right now to appreciate that not other people get.
Mm-hmm.
To speak with another human being about exactly what's on your mind and how you feel about something. A lot of people, I feel like this is where a lot of their stress and depression and anxiety comes because they don't get these things out.
Yeah.
And of course we have to expose ourselves a little bit by doing this. And I'm okay with that. I think at first, I think that's the biggest thing we got away from is being timid because we're afraid of what other people are.
Dude, we're even still, man.
And, we are.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like,
thanks,
at
Matt.
The same time.
That was not an insult to Matt, but like, thanks, Matt, for the critiques because I do appreciate him. Though sometimes he's pretty harsh.
Yeah, Matt's fucking mean. Dude, we might not get Matt out here for a while, but I think in the next few weeks we might have to just Skype him and just do it all.
No, dude, I want it to be a while. I want it to be like 100 episodes deep, and then Matt comes on.
Then Matt, the infamous Matt. Hey, people reach out, Matt, and just let you know they want to know who you are. Show yourself.
It's gonna be great when he goes.
No, but I want to, like, I know we're joking and stuff, but I love you, bro.
I love you.
I'm glad that we're fucking doing this.
I am too.
No matter where it goes.
Like, to be honest, I've had the same thoughts where I'm like, it comes in my mind. I'm like, maybe it's just a waste of time. I think that here and there. I'm like, maybe I'm just wasting my time. And then I have to like reflect, think about why. It's all about the why. Think about why I'm doing this. And then what am I gaining out of it? And I'm gaining things out of this. And I like doing it. So
we can make $0 off of this. Like, that's a beautiful thing. But you know what?
We're still getting some out of it.
We're getting something. You know what we're getting out of this? More than anything else. This is something I thought about. Let's say we never made another podcast after today.
Oof.
We have 14 hours of us speaking our minds and putting our hearts out on camera, on video, that we can go back to one day, 20 years from now, and show our kids and be like, this is who we were.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be 14 hours because that means they're what my
no,
kid would
I don't want
say,
it to be 14
You know what they're
hours.
going to say? Why'd you stop?
Why'd you stop?
Yeah.
No, and I don't want it to be that either. I want it to continue. But I'm counting my blessings here, dude. I don't take pictures. I don't take videos very often. But this right here.
Which we do.
Dude, this is great just in case I ever die in a tragic accident. Yeah. You got something, dude.
Dude, honestly, you're right. This is the longest thing I've ever done. Like with
Besides
YouTube, with this kind of thing. Right. With YouTube or whatever. You categorize this as entertainment. Longest thing I've ever done. 14 weeks. 4 months.
Just about
3 months.
Yeah, because we took a week or two off here.
3 times 4.
It's really 16 weeks since our first episode.
Yeah.
4 months.
4 months, pretty much. We've been working on this. And that's a long time. And I feel like I've been doing this for fucking ever, dude.
Well, you know what's weird is that correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like maybe yours and Travis' life has maybe changed a little bit since I moved out here.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was something I was working up towards coming out here. And then same with you. It was like a next chapter. And now that came, maybe you don't really reflect too much on time before that I came here. Like this is what life is now. And this is what we're doing.
Right now, life to me is work and podcasts.
Saturday for the boys.
And gym. That's really those three things. Those are my three things that I'm like takes the majority of my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with it right now. I'm okay with it. The podcast, I like it. I enjoy it. I'm gonna keep doing it. We're not gonna quit, dude. We're gonna do a year.
We're gonna do a year.
I don't want to
invest 1 year.
I don't want people to think that we were gonna quit because I feel pretty good right now about the podcast.
I feel good because listen, a big thing I took from right now from this episode is we may have talked about things that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
But when we just talked about them just now, we sounded a lot smarter about what we just talked about.
So we think.
We'll let Matt decide.
We'll let Matt's the final.
No, but dude, I like the energy and stuff. We're coming up on that time though.
Yeah. Where are we at?
46 or 56. Excuse me.
56 minutes. That's not bad. You know,
It's
man, I've been
nice, man.
Yeah, that's what you know. Been having dreams, man.
Dude,
we're quick on this. I'm having dreams again.
I want to do one thing after this. Go ahead.
I've been having dreams.
You go first. I'll go. We close it out.
And I don't. Dude, that's a pretty badass picture. Sorry, there's a TV right next to anybody who doesn't watch the videos and just listens. They got a TV right next to the podcast, and I always cycles through different photos. But anyways, I've been having dreams. Ooh, I don't know if I want to get too deep into these dreams.
Be careful. We got more time. Not now.
Yeah, I know. Let's take this.
We can save it. We can save it because I can go hard. I can go hard and I can dream journal this week.
They're a little deep, bro.
I dream journal.
Oh, you can dream journal.
We can't go deep right now.
Oh, well, now people are gonna be upset.
No, because they'll come back.
Oh, you're right. Cliffhanger.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Game of Thrones Sunday, baby. It's a fucking good ass show, man.
I never watched an episode.
Wow, dude.
I'm one of those.
Hey, remember all that shit I said about doing the podcast with you?
Go fuck yourself.
56 minutes. We can wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
This is nice. It's nice being back out here with you. I feel like me and you.
For some reason, I feel like we haven't done a podcast in a long time.
I feel like right now, we did something today that we haven't done in 14 weeks.
You think so?
I think so. 100%.
You think so?
I think this was the most beneficial conversation that somebody can get out of listening to us about life, because I think what it took was for us to take a real look at ourselves. We took a real look at ourselves and we were able to share that with people, and hopefully maybe it makes other people take a look at themselves. And if that's the case, you know, if you're not okay with the situation you're in, and you look at yourself in the mirror and say, listen, you feel this way because of this reason, then just make the move to change it. Of course it's going to be uncomfortable because it's new. But new is not always bad. If you never change, then you're never going to grow.
Yeah. FYI, if anybody does live in the Arizona, I'll just say Arizona, and there's something you want to get off your chest, we were totally open to having you on the show. I'd reach out.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd love to have you on the show. If I've never met you in my life, I'm an open book. I'd love to have you on. Except, you know, don't rape me or murder me because you're going to be doing it in my house, in my living room.
But, and I might be watching.
And he might be watching. But this
or
is...
helping.
All right, how do I wrap this up? Okay. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Because I'm having a brain fart again.
No, I got you. I appreciate everybody listening. I tuned in this week. I hope, I feel like we turned a page today. I feel like we're moving towards a milestone. Next week will be episode 15. We're not going to do any crazy food challenges because...
We might, dude. I actually thought of a new one. I thought of a new one.
Keep it to yourself.
Travis was eating a fucking pancake, and it looked so fucking good. And I was like, ooh.
This guy right here.
Dude,
this guy puts me through pain. And just to let you guys know, whenever we do food challenges, that shit affects me for more than a day.
Yeah. Dude, I just posted the photo, though, of that fucking Terminator. That was like a almost 3 pound burger, bro. Crushed it, bro. Anyway, sorry you can keep wrapping.
No, it's all right. No. So we're going to keep pushing on.
Hell yeah.
1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. All I can say is whatever situation you're in, if you don't like it, change it. And if you can't change it, then make it as good as you can. And if you can't make it as good as you can, then suck it the fuck up and keep marching on.
Go buy some straws.
Exactly.
All right, this is episode 14. Check out LAWKI Podcast, LAWKI Fitness. Like, subscribe. We're on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Do what you need to do. It's Saturday. Have a great time. And what's up, Travis, over there? I love you. Peace out, motherfuckers.